Welcome back, Internet, to D&D.
And you're not too bad, dwarf.
I say we should meet up with our fair captain and have him take us to the cathedral.
Okay.
Alright, sounds good. Just merchant, I would like to purchase 5 of your frost and 4 of your blade.
Okay. Go ahead and just subtract it off and add it and do all that stuff.
Alright. What was it, 1 gold for each?
Yeah, or you get 6 for 5.
I will just do 6.
I would like to see if there's anything else that we should take note of before leaving the shop. Do a perception check, or
I kind of wanted to do a perception check on general populace or insight to see if people are happy, if people are kind of scared and are kind of moving quickly and not making eye contact, especially with the alkalite.
So I'll let you. So I'll let you roll
I
an
have 3 perception, so let me know.
Insight.
So, yeah, go ahead and roll an insight, and then Skylar, you can roll a perception.
All right.
Nice persuasion. Okay, that doesn't help,
Nope.
but
Sorry. Wrong P word.
yeah. So insight tells you that the townsfolk seem fairly happy. There's nothing really that they're worried about, or nothing in general. I mean, people living people lives. There's nothing really that interesting. Perception, other than that, there's a couple of little tiny shops here and there, but nothing that you couldn't have gotten at the last 3 places. There's a couple, a couple little bounty boards here and there, but it's mostly it.
Okay. I say we should move on,
I say.
but I will not dictate what we do.
I do not care.
Somebody was really quiet there. Who said what now? I know Skylar said something, but somebody said something in the background.
I think we should go ahead and check the bounty boards, see if there's anything that can get us some gold.
What? We leaving now?
Well, you do check the bounty boards. They're pretty barren, but there is one that does pop up. It is in fact a bounty.
This looks interesting.
Whoa.
Bounty for Ilaria. Wanted for crimes against the country, dead or alive. Leading to her capture. 1,000 for her capture or death. Well,
That sounds good.
this seems like something worth doing. But I don't know.
Hey, she is a cute one. I mean,
let's
yes,
talk
the
to
quest is very important.
Let's ask him about it. He might have some information.
Who, the shopkeep?
No, the guard. You idiot.
I don't know.
That is actually quite
Fucking
good.
got him.
Quite good.
Johnny.
I agree. We should ask the guard about this woman.
You just hear
And
your
why
god.
she-
You just hear this ultimate voice upstairs. You just hear "got him."
And why they are paying so much gold pieces for her death.
So I'm assuming. You're
Yo, guard.
Yo,
I didn't
god.
know Tor was more on the
Suck.
west side.
No, the person I'm suggesting we talk to is the guy who was who offered to go ahead.
Escorting us, the person who followed us as we went from merchant to merchant.
I don't
No, he was
trust
standing
him.
off. He was standing off to the side.
Yeah, he's just waiting for you guys to come back to continue your tour.
What was his name again?
Johan.
Johan. Johan, question for you.
Yes.
I see this bounty. Why are you paying such an insane amount of money for such a little woman?
She's been a constant thorn on my side. He goes, I shouldn't be saying this in public, but she's assassinated a couple of officials, including church officials as well.
Oh, sounds like my kind of girl.
So,
Trust me.
the
she'd kill
church
you.
wants her dead, is what you're telling us.
No, she's killed high-ranking guard officers as well. And she's even killed some diplomats.
Keep it between your legs, rogue.
any insight into why, or does she leave any notes, claim any victories, have
No.
any
She
willing
just comes
chance?
in,
Trophies.
fights and kills if she can, and then leaves.
Interesting.
No honor.
I would like to roll an insight check to see if he's telling the whole truth.
Go for it. Your insight tells you, as far as he knows, yeah, he is telling the truth, as far as you know.
All right. I would like to see this fine cathedral that so many of your shopkeepers have talked about. Would you mind taking us there?
Absolutely, it's a beautiful place. As he takes you over there, the hustle and bustle of the city kind of falls away. Then you hear it. The large, massive cathedral on top of this huge hill. And it's got large stained glass windows. It's a monastery mixed with a cathedral. You guys feel almost uplifted just being near it.
Aw. This music is amazing.
As you guys enter, it's like a big, like, church cathedral like you guys would imagine in real life. It's large, long rows of pews. There's a couple of people here and there. Obviously, there wasn't a service going on right now. And it seems almost serene here.
I don't like this feeling.
If I could, can I have you all roll an insight check for me?
Of course. Strange god that talks to us, but we don't really notice.
No.
Oh, hey.
That's a nice insight check. Yeah, roll an insight check. So in your character sheet. Huh?
So all of you, for the most part, you just kind of feel calm. You feel like this is a really nice place.
All of us?
I feel too calm, like I could go to sleep.
Do I see anything shiny?
Almost everything is shiny.
Anything of value?
Are you rolling for a kleptomaniac roll right now?
No, oh god, no. There's nothing here.
Yes.
No,
Let him.
I was
Let
just
him.
curious, and it's not up to me. That is the game master's choice.
Also,
Come
guys, remember, I can keep an eye on the chat just in case something pops up. Because I might type something that you guys might need to pay attention to. I haven't typed anything now, but just be looking at it.
This place is quite grand. Must have cost a fortune to build.
I'm getting out of here. I don't like this. I really don't like this feeling.
I'm gonna fighter.
So, a clergyman in white and red robes walks up to the group and says, "Welcome, welcome. What can I do for you, gentlemen?"
We just seek to learn more about your church.
He goes, possible new acolytes, maybe?
I am
no,
already a
your
cleric
life.
of one god.
Fair
It would
enough.
take much to persuade me.
As I say, I understand. He goes, well, either way, welcome to our fair city. He goes, I hope that the light and nature of everything brings you all peace in your travels through here.
Right.
Life and nature of everything.
Yeah, gag me.
Well, I suppose you'd be the best person to know. We arrived on a ship. Memories are a bit funny. But with the flyers that we were told are around 40 some years old, looking for beasts, people to fight beasts that were terrorizing the city. And we arrived, and the church had taken care of it all. Do you know how or why? We don't have much else to really do. Our point for coming here is kind of moved now.
And it seems that while this flyer was new where I came from, it is older here. So that does not quite add up either.
He goes, the beast, he goes, was an old problem, but we have solved.
And solved is a very telling word. It is very finite, very final. Would you mind sharing more? Is there something else that you wish for us to help with, since we came all this way?
He goes, well, I can't think of anything not right offhand. He goes, you might be able to, he goes, see the beast holdout.
There's a holdout.
He goes, we were going to send people to deal with it, but he goes, I suppose since you made this large journey, you can. He goes, but it is very dangerous, I tell you.
It wasn't seemingly dangerous for the church. Well, the way people speak of it, it was an action easy for you.
How did you deal with the beast?
You know, he goes, we had our own paladins, as you must imagine.
Ah.
Paladins to slay a beast that great, you would think there'd be hymns sung about you.
And that it would be common knowledge of your paladins. May we speak with one?
Sure, give me a moment. Give me but a moment. He walks away and the guard walks up and he's like, wow, I'm surprised he's actually letting you speak with one. He goes, because that's very unusual.
Why would you say it is unusual?
They're very rarely seen outside of the church, and not many people, especially uninitiated, get to see them.
Well, it is an unusual day, I suppose.
I'm getting a very bad feeling about this.
I told you we
Yes.
should leave.
I'm starting to agree with you.
This calm is not normal. This isn't just a place. There's something here. I don't know what, and I don't want to deal with it.
The preacher comes back and he says, he goes, I'm sorry. He goes, apparently I was mistaken. The paladins are unfortunately out. He goes, apparently there was a beast incursion I was not even told about not too long ago way up north. But they are being dispatched to deal with the problem, so I apologize again.
Robert.
Yes.
Is my divine sense tingling?
What do you mean, Skylar?
I can sense the presence. It registers on my senses like a noxious odor. So I'm asking.
Go ahead and click it for me so I can see what the description says. Because you can actually click it and it should pop.
That just keeps opening and closing it.
Don't click the gear, click the name. Well, yeah.
Here we go.
Hold on. I'm doing a thing.
So I didn't sense anything with a nat 20 on insight?
No. Remember, I take the first number, not the second.
No,
Oh,
it
no.
was the first
Oh,
number.
yes, you're
He
right.
did
Yes,
get a
yeah.
nat 20.
Yes, no, you did not sense it. on doing something.
That's fine, we're just listening to the priest pray.
I know, right?
Yeah, someone's reciting some type of rhetoric in the sound.
Yeah. All good.
Ah, okay. There is something here, boys. I whispered to the rest of the group.
And what do you mean?
I'd like to roll.
The bearded god blesses me with a sense where I can sense the presence of strong evils. Often it smells odorous. And something seems to have moved away from me since we walked here and this calm has returned.
Do you want
What
me to
could it
describe
be?
it? So, Skylar, do you want me to describe exactly what you felt? So that because it's a little hard to type it.
Yeah, if you want to.
So what happens is you feel around like you're trying to sense something, and it almost feels like you touched something dark, and then it immediately retracted and disappeared.
Okay.
Like it knew you were trying to sense for it.
There's a presence here. It almost seems sentient. As I was reaching out with my sense, I brushed against something and it instantly recoiled outside of my range.
An evil something?
A very, very evil something.
And a church, no less.
Orlon, what is your which character is yours?
He's the barbarian.
Oh, okay. So you're
Um,
Orchid, okay. Yeah.
He's the one that got a 3.
Oh, good.
The paladins are out, you said, turning back to the man in the red robe.
Yes, unfortunately, like I said, dealing with this incursion.
Do they need help? We would like to see these paladins in action,
He goes.
and maybe we could assist.
He goes. It's better you leave. He goes. You better leave these types of beasts to the freshmen. He goes. Lest I heard they were trolls.
The trolls plague my homeland. I understand.
Fair enough. He goes. Well, he goes. In the meantime, he goes. How about I set you gentlemen up? He goes. I know the best inn here in town. He goes. You can take an evening, think it over, and decide if you guys want to go hunt those beasts in their natural home, way up. How does that sound?
I would appreciate that.
I'd
I'll
like
put
to
in.
perform an insight check against him to see if I can tell if he's being as truthful. From
Sure,
us.
go for it.
Okay. I'm probably gonna fail, but fun times. Yep.
As far as you
He
can tell,
checks you out.
he is telling the truth. He seems genuine. So guys, where to next?
I say we take the man up on his offer.
Yeah,
I thought you just said you sensed something evil within the church.
And poking our nose around here would only get us more noticed. I say we go to this inn, we make sure that we can speak freely, and we plan our next moves.
He goes.
Oh,
to
to the inn,
freely. I say we go back to the boat.
Or we head after the cute elf.
So the Johann says, I have to show you guys something. This is fantastic.
Oh, Jesus. Forgot you were there.
Johann.
You're so
goes-
silent.
He goes,
Oh, you a
He
rogue
goes-
as well.
no. He goes, you guys have to see our train station.
I would
I love
much enjoy
trains.
that, Johann. But before I do, I have one more question for the man in the robe. What
Sure.
was your name again? And that was not the question.
Oh, Visayas.
Visayas. Visayas, we have heard of this elf that has been assassinating church members,
As well as others.
as well as other guards and members of the society. What do you know or believe her insight or motive would be?
He goes, It saddens me thinking about a child that like her that is lost. I couldn't imagine why. He goes, as a church, we've tried to only do right by them, not overtly influence anything. He goes, we even try to
Right.
keep our hands outside of politics if possible. We
How
only want to
noble.
spread. He goes, we only want to spread our faith. He goes, I can't imagine why she would want to do such a thing. We don't know if it's for personal gain or some
Insight check.
ulterior. Go for it.
Damn it.
You know what? We need to have someone who, with a guy who got the good one left.
Wait, what?
As far as you can tell, his pleas seem to be fairly genuine. I can let you, if you guys really want to, you guys can. I'll let you at this point in the campaign, since you guys are all kind of sitting together. Let you guys all take insight checks if you want.
Okay.
That'd be good.
I mean, if we're all here.
Do it.
If it makes you guys feel more comfortable.
The hell? There it is.
We're just trying to sense if they're lying, if there's some deceit.
How am I consistently rolling the best on insight when I have a 0 to it?
'Cause you're
I don't know.
the
Don't ask me. I have a +3 to insight, and it's
You have a +5 actually, because you're
Oh,
trained.
yeah.
But as far as you all can tell, including Mr. Twiz, he is genuine.
We have one who hasn't rolled.
Are your
Oh,
palate? Last question. I promise.
God.
Then we shall be on our way, and I will take that recommendation of your inn. Are the paladins seeking to recover or remove her? I do not wish to get caught in an unfortunate scuffle if we can avoid it.
Do you know if she's single?
Seriously, Rose?
Seriously.
Seriously?
Just saying. It's
I
a
like it.
possibility that
I
can
quite
roll off and
literally,
marry
both
her.
in person and my character, put my hand over my face and exhale quite loudly.
I like your commitment to the bit, but this is not the best time. Anyway, you will be going to a different area. The paladins are in the northern part of this island. You guys will be going to Most Island.
Okay.
Okay. I had to add something to. Oh God. Okay.
So you're in.
Yeah.
What is the name, so that we may take you up on your offer?
The Slaughtered Calf.
Thank you. And we bid you farewell. We must check out your beloved train station before heading to the Slaughtered Calf.
He goes, a wonderful.
You cut out, Robert.
Why do they
A
call it the
wonderful
Slaughtered
marvel.
Cat?
All right. Well, I bid you farewell.
Farewell to you too.
Can I punch the rogue?
You can
Sure,
smack
why
him
not?
upside the head.
Do it. All right. Anyway,
Roll for it.
Do it.
please don't. All right. So, you guys are now traveling to the train station.
I believe our bard needs to go lay down. She is quite fatigued. I think I should.
Oh my God. Anyway, so this train station is fairly large, even for relatively like modern day train stations. It's got this giant steam locomotive front, and as the guard, I'm not gonna voice play him anymore. This really is a whole hell of a lot to see here for you guys, even though I haven't read much. It's basically a large
Yeah.
train that travels all the islands. This goes
So-
even all the way to the northernmost island.
Jovan, will you be giving us a guide of the other islands on the train as well?
He goes, I can do that tomorrow. He goes, unfortunately, he goes, tonight I have some business I have to attend to back at the fortress.
Jovan, I
Yeah.
don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but do you not have a job?
Damn.
I'm going to ignore the
Got him.
fact you asked that.
I asked it in character. You can't deny me
Yeah.
that.
He goes,
Got him.
He goes, of course I have a job. Okay, you're being funny, haha. Okay, anyway.
No, he asked in character. He did. He has to respond.
Jesus Christ. Yes, I have a job. I am the guard captain.
Basically.
Is a guard
delegate
captain have the
tasks.
free time to show us, just wander us around?
He goes,
3
"As I told you,
islands?
He goes, it might not be me. Okay, it might not be me personally. However, I can find somebody to do it.
Well, that's
Thank
very
you,
kind of
Johan.
you.
Absolutely. He goes, we very rarely get visitors in these parts because we're so secluded.
That also might have to do with the only way I've known of this island is the old 40-year-old fires, apparently, suggesting that it's overrun with beasts. You may want to do something with that.
He goes, we've been trying for years, but some of them get around. Fortunately.
It's
So-
very interesting that the flyers are old but new. And new but old. Doesn't always add up. But we get what you mean.
So,
These trains, though, you said they lead to all over the island.
yes, absolutely.
What is the fare?
He goes, it depends on the trip. Usually it's a gold piece per island.
Ah, so a trip around the entire island would cost.
I see what you did there. It would cost about 5 gold, actually.
Ah. Thank you. Hey, my character is slightly wise, so.
Yeah. Anyway, he goes, I guess next I can show you City Hall, and then even my fortress where I must retire, and then I will tell you where the inn is after that.
It sounds like a plan.
And you advance to City Hall.
Fast traveling.
City Hall is pretty mundane. He's not. I'm not going to play it because there's not much to it. City Hall is pretty mundane. There's a ticket booth counter for like the train station. You can see some diplomats talking back and forth with each other, kind of whispering to each other. And,
So
City Hall
Johan,
goes on.
question.
Yes.
It was very clear and made very precise that the church does not meddle in politics. So, what kind of leadership does this
That's
fine
nice, eh?
island have?
He goes, this fine island is a pure democracy, believe it. It is entirely based on a senate and a council that meet up.
And are any of your council members also high-ranking members in the church or members of the church?
We do not ask that, unfortunately. He goes, we did try not to ask that as to not bias anybody's decision making, electing new members to committees and things.
Ah,
We only ask for whoever is, has the best interest or the most knowledge base for the position.
I see.
There is no dedicated church member in either of the councils.
Makes sense. Anyone else care to ask about this fine city that we have now found ourselves to be members
What's the
of?
crime like here?
Where's the tavern?
He goes, well, as you can see, I'm escorting you around today. He goes, we are lucky enough to have a fairly low crime rate.
Low enough that a guard captain can personally show us around.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, no murders, no, other than, of course, the obvious.
Yes, of course. He goes, nothing crazy. He goes, we do occasionally get the standard fare like purse snatching, but those are usually dealt with in short haul.
I worry
Any
for your job
violent
security.
disputes? People getting into fights for seemingly no reasons.
How about we change that?
In front of a guard captain? Are you kidding me? Can't you restrain your primal instincts for a few moments?
I've been restraining myself this entire time.
Well, I've been the one since leaks.
Why is the crime so low?
We like to think it is something to do with the church influence, but we would also like to think
Yes,
it's due to good
church.
guardship.
I'm sure it's the latter, not the former.
I would
Yes.
very much like to take credit for that. Thank you.
Now, I fear that I am quite parched. May we move on to your
Yes.
humble abode?
Yes. So as you guys move on, it takes you guys go ahead and really quickly pull up a zoom in on your guys' city map.
Hey, I'm already
Okay.
there.
So, in the northern part where it says Palace Ward,
Yes.
that whole chunk is basically the size of their fortress.
Okay.
So that's their fortress.
Effectively, yes. So, just to give you guys a little bit of a
So we're actually walking around essentially a small. Essentially, I think it's larger than the market, isn't it?
So
yes.
have we crossed over the middle island and
Yes,
onto
you
the
have.
other side? Okay.
So,
Well, we initially started in the harbor, so most likely
I see there's 2 harbors. So.
we may have
and so,
already been.
anyway, the fortress is pretty large. You can obviously see guards doing things of things of guarding like nature. Training exercises are going on, different types of stuff. But
Is
he
there
goes,
anything
well,
we should take note of?
not really. It's a pretty standard fare fortress looking place. There's only one gate in though.
Surprising that one small girl could infiltrate something so fortified.
He goes, we don't know how she does it, but she does.
Oh, you made it to the end of the video. Well, make sure to hit that like button if you liked it and subscribe for more. Until next time, stay hyped, Internet.
I hear a voice calling, telling me to stay asking if I have been going the distance, singing with a passion that I cannot deny. My eyes are swollen with the tears and I'm crying, but to the rest of the world I'm smiling, singing for the courage that I'm dying to show. With my peace sign up when I say goodbye, write a story of a hero.
Well, I'm just gonna take 5 then, or 10, or 20. You coming back?